Disturbing discovery has been made in Anambra State, where security operatives uncovered a hidden door inside a hotel, allegedly linked to illegal organ harvesting activities. According to reports, the hotel contained a secret exit that was not visible to guests. Investigations suggest that unsuspecting individuals were taken from their rooms through this concealed door and moved to a nearby bush. The premises have since been sealed and investigations are ongoing to determine the full extent of the operation and identify those involved. Authorities have assured the public that efforts are being intensified to dismantle criminal networks involved in human trafficking and other related crimes. Residents are urged to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities to security agencies. Again, some time ago we had a similar issue, similar story in this part of the country. Why is it always happening in the eastern parts of Nigeria, Mr. Michael?
Well, it's a big question that the authorities really need to help us answer. And well, you do know organ harvesting is now becoming a lucrative illegal business, not just in Nigeria, but globally. And Interpol put it at one of the most heinous crime on the globe at the moment, and one that seems to be raking in billions of dollars annually. And you can understand that Nigeria is not even letting out on that illegal cash. But when you find a place that you feel your safety is guaranteed, now turning out to be a den where you might lose your life, it's something that puts a whole lot of Nigeria on the edge. Every time we keep hearing about stories that will marvel you, confuse you, or even in every way put you right down. And Nigeria seems to be having a lot of it. You cannot believe it. You pay money to get killed.
Going there thinking you're just going to get your peaceful sleep.
Your peaceful sleep, you pay for it. And at the end, you lose your life to it. Then the question is, why do I even go there in the first place? But the government should do more. Let's track down on all of these illegal persons with nefarious activities and see how they can put an end to it.
Welcome back. If you are just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. This is where we'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet and of course give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo. As you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in the studio. Who is joining us again this beautiful morning? Mr. Michael Gubadia.
It's M to the I to the C to the H to the A to the E to the F.
Okay, so this one I said now, it's not enough introduction.
It's enough.
Mr. Michael, I think we need to start getting new guests on this TV show, especially women, because I think he enjoys the vibes of giving M to the I to the C and all of that. But sadly, I do not do that for the guys.
Okay, well.
Sadly. Well, Mr. Michael, thank you so much for coming.
Well, it's a pleasure being a part of it.
Thank you so much. I hope we're not going to argue today.
Well, anyway, depends on the story.
Okay, so let's see the stories for today. Our top story, a tragic incident has been reported in Ughelli, Delta State, where a woman has been arrested in connection with the death of her husband, his alleged side partner, and a neighbor. According to reports, the incident followed a domestic dispute between the couple. During the confrontation, the woman allegedly attacked her husband and the other woman. A neighbor who reportedly tried to intervene and calm the situation also involved and lost his life. Let's see the footage.
Madam, say from where? Your answer from where? How many children are born?
Oh,
now who will take care of those children now? Huh?
I'm not even know what you daddy because when
you kill the first person, you don't know what to enter you. You go follow the other woman, you go kill them. Even person will separate you can't kill them. Person will come help you, make them separate you. You see, cut them. You get mind on. Yeah, success.
Security operatives were alerted and the suspect was taken into custody shortly after the incident. Authorities have not released an official detail and the suspect is expected to be charged to court after investigations are concluded. And again, women, what are we turning into? What exactly are we turning into? Just imagine the fact that you committed not just one murder, you killed your husband, the side partner, and then the neighbor. What's the business with the neighbor? That's what I'm even trying to understand at this point. Let's assume she was pained due to jealousy and all of these things. We know once we are moved by emotions, they call it manslaughter, right? Let's assume that was what happened to the husband and the side partner. Then how about the neighbor that just went there to like calm the situation and then she just killed? Maybe at this point, when people see two people quarreling or fighting, maybe nobody should just interfere, because just imagine that neighbor had just stayed back in his apartment, not going there to see what was really going on there. Just imagine losing his life because he just went to see what was going on. This is a really sad and disturbing story, Mr. Michael.
Well, honestly, I'm even wondering what really came over her. Are you saying those three people were standing and she was just butchering the three of them?
I don't know.
Because if she could butcher the first person, the second person would have run away or even tried to intervene and hold her hand, and the third person would put her down. But cutting or killing three persons with a machete, is the first we are hearing in a very long while. But, you know, just like what you said, it boils down, you can see how remorseful, how different she tends to be rather than the tigress that she was when she committed that crime. You know, it goes to show us or talk about anger management. Now, the big question is, you've killed these three persons. Most likely you will be jailed, if not hanged or killed. Who will take care of those three children? This is what you fail to understand. Your actions have now left three orphans. Is this what you have wished for? Yeah, you might say, oh, your husband is cheating and the rest. The best and easiest way to do is to let him go. Create a life for yourself. If you cannot bear the anger, you cannot bear him cheating on you, walk away from the marriage. There are other ways to address all of this rather than taking lives. Now, you even took a life of a peacemaker. What would the government say about that? Even if they say, oh, the man cheated, everybody say, oh, they cheated on you, the woman was sleeping with your husband. What of the third person that you killed? What are we going to say about that? It's a question.
And when we talk about cheating, most times, Mr. Michael, we just tell women, if you know cheating is a deal breaker for you, why not just leave?
Leave.
Why not leave? Do you have
Keep
to
your
stay
sanity
there and fight and do all of these things? Why don't you just leave?
She fought now. She won.
Some persons actually say cheating is not a deal breaker. But if cheating is a deal breaker for you, just leave.
Walk away.
Especially when you've not done your anger management classes. Because anger management is something that everybody, especially we in this side of the world, we really need to do it, because every day you see things that would make you angry and all of that. So,
drive you over the edge.
Exactly. So you need to have this control over your emotions and all of these things. Look at the woman and looking all calm. So I think that demon that actually entered into her is no longer there at this point, and that's why she's so calm, remorseful, and all of that. But the whole innocent face will not have, it will not interfere with the judgment at all, because at this point, it's either she's going to be killed or she's going to have a life imprisonment. So at the end of the day, these three children will become orphans. And I really feel for them, because they say when two elephants are fighting, the grass suffers. And now look at these children, all going to be orphans at maybe a tender age. This is a very sad and disturbing story. But anyway, we'll keep monitoring the story to see if we get more updates. And when to do, we'll definitely bring them to you. Anyways, away from that, disturbing discovery has been made in Anambra State, where security operatives uncovered a hidden door inside a hotel, allegedly linked to illegal organ harvesting activities. According to reports, the hotel contained a secret exit that was not visible to guests. Investigations suggest that unsuspecting individuals were taken from their rooms through this concealed door and moved to a nearby bush. The premises have since been sealed, and investigations are ongoing to determine the full extent of the operation and identify those involved. Authorities have assured the public that efforts are being intensified to dismantle criminal networks involved in human trafficking and other related crimes. Residents are urged to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities to security agencies. Again, some time ago we had a similar issue, similar story in this part of the country. Why is it always happening in the eastern parts of Nigeria, Mr. Michael?
Well, it's a big question that the authorities really need to help us answer. And well, you do know organ harvesting is now becoming a lucrative illegal business, not just in Nigeria, but globally. And Interpol put it at one of the most heinous crime on the globe at the moment, and one that seems to be raking in billions of dollars annually. And you can understand that Nigeria is not even letting out on that illegal cash. But when you find a place that you feel your safety is guaranteed, now turning out to be a den where you might lose your life, it's something that puts a whole lot of Nigeria on the edge. Every time we keep hearing about stories that will marvel you, confuse you, or even in every way put you right down. And Nigeria seems to be having a lot of it. You cannot believe it. You pay money to get killed.
Going there thinking
something,
you're just going to get
yes,
your peaceful
and
sleep.
your peaceful sleep, you pay for it, and at the end, you lose your life to it. Then the question is, why do I even go there in the first place? But the government should do more. Let's track down on all of these illegal persons with nefarious activities and see how they can put an end to it, especially, like you said, in that eastern part of the country.
And the moment I even saw the hotel building, and I'm wondering, do
who
people
would,
even
yes,
go
there to,
Because it doesn't even look nice. It doesn't look like...
But Mercy, do you know, not the looks really is not even the issue. We've seen high standard hotels that are still used for these nefarious activities. So it's not basically just the looks, but the intention of the owners.
Well, this is a very sad story. Maybe at this point, I should also be scared to visit hotels because who knows? Who knows, the very beautiful hotel you see from the outside might also have a hidden door. Who knows? Just who knows?
Do you know, Mercy, just to portray what you said, I could still remember that was 2 years ago when something also trended on the internet. When the man was in the hotel and he came out, snapped the picture of the hotel and the signboard and sent to his family. So in case he doesn't come back again, this way. And funny enough, it still happened in the East. So that might be the best way to safeguard yourself. When you check in or booking into any hotel, snap that very place, go outside, take a video of the place, send to your family, and go to the check room or the reception and tell them I've sent the video home.
I think this should actually be a message to the girls. My ladies, this message is for you. You know why I'm saying this, Mr. Michael? Some ladies, some girls especially, girls of these days, you want to go out with a guy and you do not even tell anybody about your whereabouts. You just leave. And when something happens, there's no trace. Nobody is able to trace you. Well, a situation whereby you tell somebody, when you get to the place, you make videos and all of those things. If anything goes wrong, they can actually connect the dots and all of that. But once some persons, they want to go out, they don't even care telling anybody. And it's really sad. And I think this is also for the guys that you want to always carry different girls and all of that. Imagine taking a girl to this kind of place and then something happens to her. Everybody holds the guy responsible, saying, oh, he used her for ritual and all of this. With the current happenings in the country, I feel at this point, everybody needs to stay safe at this point. We should try to make sure we let 1 or 2 persons know about our whereabouts. The country is not really safe where you think that you want to be secretive at this point. Once you're going out, let at least 1 person know about your whereabouts. There's even a way you can actually share your location with somebody. Of course, you can do that. We all have phones. We all have browsing phones. We can actually just share the location to somebody. Let somebody at least know where you are visiting. So this message is directed to not just the ladies, but everybody. Let's all stay safe in the country. Well, investigations are still ongoing, and we know so many persons are going to be caught because a whole hotel building, so many persons, including the management, the
owners,
employers, the staff, and everybody in that place. I know there will be lots and lots of arrests. So let's see if we get more updates. We'll definitely bring them to you. Away from that, a dangerous scene unfolded in Apapa, Lagos State, after a petrol tanker overturned, spilling fuel onto the road. Eyewitnesses report that several residents rushed to the scene with containers to scoop fuel from the fallen tanker, despite the high risks involved. Emergency responders and security officials later arrived at the scene to control the situation and prevent further dangers. Authorities have reportedly warned the public against approaching fuel spill sites, stressing that such actions can be life-threatening. Thankfully, no casualties have been officially reported as of the time of this report. And now I am asking, when will Nigerians learn? Because we've seen cases like this where it turns into a major explosion. And when things like this, once there's an explosion, there's nobody. Like, just tell me, a situation whereby you are there trying to scoop for it, and then there's fire. How do you run? How do you run? There's no way out. Like, when are we supposed to learn? How much is the fuel that you're scooping? Like, how much exactly? When you scoop it, is it going to last you forever? That's the thing. Because once you lost your life, that is it for you. So I don't know when Nigerians will learn, because I don't see any reason why. You know the funniest part, Mr. Michael? We even saw some people that had bowls on their head trying to fetch directly from the source. Like, I felt like, you're not scared. What if an explosion just happens? You're going to be the first. You're not thinking about all of these things, Mr. Michael. When will Nigerians learn?
It's quite a sad narrative. If we take our mind to the very first major one that got international recognition as it concerns it, is the Jesse fire incident in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now, ever since then, Nigeria has really not learned, or Nigerians have not really learned a thing or two as it concerns spillage of tankers and how they run to scoop the product from it. I could still remember, like, that was about 4 years or so. One like that fell around the Efrun roundabout and the bridge there. And I saw many persons rushing to fill their tanks, or rather fill their jerry cans. And the first thing that came to my mind was there was a whole lot of bikes that were plying that very road, and there was every possibility of a fire outbreak. But yet, you could see the people rather thinking of making money rather than staying alive. That is where the problem lies. We seem to always have this I want maker mentality. Oh, free
are they
money.
even going to sell Are they going to sell it?
That's
or
the
to
question.
Use it?
That's still the question.
Because I'm still trying to
That's still
understand
the
why
question.
risking your
And you know the
life.
painful thing, I could even see some small children among those doing that there.
And the parents might just be there still scooping, the entire family there trying to scoop fuel. And if anything happens, that entire family is being wiped out.
And at the end, they'll go and trace one old woman in their village that is busy farming cassava to make gari and say she's the witch that is involved.
That's because
but there's no witch flying around that circle now. Then they will now start to trace it to that very ex-in-law that did not do well. Come on, let's stay alive, let's have sense, and let's always do the right thing.
Nigerians, please, let's do better. Let's do better. With the hardship and everything ongoing in the country, we can't be having mass burial again. Please, when you see things like this, run for your life. Safety first. Run for your life. Anyways, I hope they see this video and then they do better. They do better. We hope. I know a lot of persons have been talking. I know lots of persons have been talking, but let's just hope they hear mine. It's Mercy talking, and then they do not want to trend on trending, because we do not want to bring you to talk about some persons died in explosion and all of that. We do not want to have such story. Well, let's quickly leave that story, because I know they're going to hear from me and they're going to learn from this very video. Anyways, away from that, a video currently making rounds online has sparked widespread reactions, showing young underage children throwing and lavishing large sums of cash at a pool party. In the footage, the minors are seen spraying money freely, raising serious concerns about supervision, values, and child welfare. Many Nigerians online have also questioned the source of the money, asking how children of that age had access to such amounts. Some commentators have linked the situation to the growing impact of cybercrime and the way quick money is increasingly being normalized and glorified in society, especially among young people. The incident has reignited conversations around parenting, moral values, and the influence of social media on minors. Calls are also growing for guardians and relevant authorities to look into the matter. As of now, there has been no official statement from authorities. The moment I saw this video, that was my reaction. Like, if I want to check about the age of these children, they should be less than 15. These are teenagers, for crying out loud. Firstly, where are the parents of these children? Secondly, these children should be in school or having home lessons or one thing to keep them busy. Where are the parents of these children, first and foremost? Because, and you know the fact, Mr. Michael, it's one thing that is now becoming a norm in the society. When you see people like this, you even see adults trying to sing their praises and all of that just because they need money.
Can't you say a hype
them.
man there? Hyping, you know, Yoruba will say, oh, rishi. Honestly, Nigeria.
Like, you see people that are supposed to be enough to birth these children, singing their praises and all of this.
Just look at that very young boy. He's not even up to 14. And he's already, you know, that's why with this young, childish mind, they are ready to do anything to still be feeling that glorification. That's why we see a rise in ritual killings. You know, when parents condone this, let them not be surprised that they'll be the next to be in the cupboard and spitting out the money. This is why parents need to have a rethink. I know a parent that once say, I was asking her, where is this young guy? He said, no, you don't already go Yahoo training school. you hear, man?
Mr. Michael, what's this training school?
That's
what they call HK.
Well, that's what, you know, we have the old generation. So thank you so much, JC. But what I'm indirectly saying is annoying when you see parents are often the ones encouraging these things that normally would be the future leaders of tomorrow. If they are leading like this, only God knows.
Mr. Michael, I'm not
what
trying
would
to.
it will be
I don't want to
time,
try
15 years time.
to be economical with the truth. I want to say it the way it is. I want to really go raw at this point. You see the south axis, the south part of the country. I've seen situations where parents will get a laptop for their children. Take them to this place to make sure, this so-called HK, to make sure they're able to learn and all of those things. Especially in cases where they see their neighbors or their friend's son or children are doing well, trying to maybe buy things for the parents and all of that. And jealousy sets in. Now you want your child to do the exact same thing. And again, I am asking, where is the morals? Because you see this thing and you know this is wrong, obviously. That's why would a child of less than 18 own a car? It's not a big deal to you. You want your own child to do the exact same thing. You buy laptop for your child. You take your child to places like this. You get phones for your teenager in the house. You get phones for them. You get systems for them. You take them to this place to learn. And I've even seen a case where the child was complaining that they don't get proper feeding in this place. This woman buys foodstuff and takes to this place and tries to give. They used to call the owner of that the HK, the chairman of the HK. This woman even gives this man money just to make sure that he takes proper care of her own child, because you know they said they go through different kind of issues. They go through some form of harassment and assault in that very HK. So she tried to win the mind of the chairman just to make sure he takes proper care of the child. And again, Nigerians, this I'm not talking about every part of Nigeria, because I know it happens there too. But you see, in this south, I feel parents are enablers. Parents are the ones making the children go into stuff like this. Even some children that really do not want to do it. The pressure on them from the parents. You can see Mama Osaitin child now. You can see Osaitin just bought car. Oh, he just bought a land. Oh, he just finished building his house. And you're putting the pressure on your own child. Parents, we can do better. We can do better. Let's do better this year. It's 2026. Let's do better. Let's try to bring back the old morals. I remember when we were growing up, I remember how my mom would sit us down, tell us what is right from what is wrong and all of these things. Not telling you what is wrong and painting it as if it's the right thing. Let's bring back all of these old morals and see how we can have a sane and safe society once again. Well, time is really not a friend of mine,
Wow.
in as much as I would love to go on and on and on with the story. This very story, I think, Mr. Michael, should be a very good topic for one very good day on trend. We just come and then we trend about this
we
very
elaborate
story.
around
Exactly,
it.
because
Look
it's
at
something
why
that we
it
really need
seems
to
to
talk
be
about.
thriving. That Mama Ochuko, Mama Akbos, and Mama Osareme will constantly be doing this, and Papa Ochuko, as well as Papa.
Everybody
Grati
wants to
will
make quick
also
cash,
be
quick
sitting and
money, quick
enjoying
money.
it.
They want to make quick money.
We'll try and
That's why we
elaborate on
have
it.
cases of people using the parents.
Yeah.
Because once you're putting too much pressure on the child, what do you expect? Anything they ask them to bring, they will bring it. So let's say today is not just a day we want to elaborate on this very topic. We'll do that. Time is not a friend of mine. We need to wrap things right now. It's been amazing, super amazing, from the daily straight into the dialogue, the news, and now the trending. It's been super, super amazing, and all thanks to Mr. Michael Gubadia for making it always easy for us on trending. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. And of course, you can share all of your thoughts with us on our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Well, this is where I have to tell you that I will see you for another super exciting edition, same time tomorrow. I remain Mercy Erabo. Do have a blessed day.
And I'm Michael Gobadia. All I will say is let's see how we can truly push the nation to the right direction. And on Viewpoints, we tend to always enjoy to do that. But like I said, men blessed. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.